Before we begin reading the problem, remember how important it is to visualize what is going on sentence by sentence. So, first, we're going to picture it mentally, and then we'll draw it out later. So, let's get started. Three friends went to the movies. Each purchased a medium sized popcorn for P dollars. Oh, I zoomed in. Excuse me. And a small soft drink for S dollars. We need to A, write the expression that represents the total amount of money in dollars the three friends spent at the concession stand. And B, if the concession stand charges $6.50 for a medium-sized popcorn and $4 for a small soft drink, how much did the three friends spend on their refreshments altogether? So now that we have created a mental movie with our characters and the scene and the actions, let's go ahead and draw it out. So we see that three friends went to the movies. So I'm going to start by drawing the three friends, right? So they're going to the movies. Then it says that each friend purchased a medium-sized popcorn for P dollars and a small soft drink for S dollars. So they're saying popcorn is the variable P and a soft drink or soda, as we call it in Texas, is S. So every single one of them got a popcorn and a soda. So if they are getting it together, then I know that they are purchasing and both items, and that is adding a popcorn plus a soda for every single friend. So a popcorn plus a soda for each of the friends. Okay. Well, part A says to write the expression that represents the total amount of money in dollars the three friends spent at the concession stand. So we're just writing an expression right now. We're not solving it. So if I looked at this equation right here, or these variables that are starting to look kind of like an equation, I'm going to represent the three friends now with a tape diagram and show that every single friend bought popcorn plus soda, and popcorn plus soda. So in order to find the entire total, right, the total amount, I'm going to write this algebraically or with as an expression so that I could solve it if I knew how much the popcorn was and how much the soft drink was. So I can write this a few ways. I know that if in order to find the total, I would have to add all three friends' totals together to get the absolute total of each of them. So I can write this as P plus S plus P plus S plus P plus S. I could be more formal and write it with parentheses around each friend. Okay. I could also see how many P's there are, how many popcorns have been bought. So if I go and highlight how many popcorns were bought, I see there's 1, 2, 3. So I can write that as 3P, right? Buy the popcorn, find the price of the popcorn, and then multiply it by 3. And then I see that there are also 3 sodas that were purchased. So I could write that together as 3 times the soda price. And I know to find the total between this new expression, I would have to add them together. I could also write it by seeing that if I take the popcorn and the soda of one person, I could then multiply that amount times 3, right? So I see 1P plus S, 1P plus S, 1P plus S. So altogether, repeated addition can be represented as multiplication. Let me just move this over. And I can also write it as 3 times the price of the popcorn plus the soda. Okay, so there are multiple ways to write these expressions, and all 3 of them are correct. So they are not the only option that we could have come up with either. So remember that we can always come up with different strategies to get to the same solution, and that's really the awesome thing about math. So we now have a written expression for part A, right? So I see that I have this expression, I have this expression, and I have this expression. So either one is okay to be the expression for part A. So now we're going to look at part B. So it says if the concession stand charges $6.50 for a popcorn and $4 for that small soft drink or soda, how much did the three friends spend on their refreshments all together? Okay, so now we could redraw the picture and replace the P, the popcorn, with the amount of money it costs, and the S with the amount of money it costs for the soda, and then we could rewrite our expressions and solve. Or we could substitute these values in for popcorn and S for soda in any of the expressions, since we now know how much a popcorn and a soda cost. So let's go ahead and start back with our picture so we can begin to see why we later can substitute values in for variables. So I'm going to redraw my tape diagram a little bit bigger. There are 3 friends, so there are 3 boxes, but now we know that they bought a popcorn and a soda. So the popcorn cost $6.50 or 6.5. Then they have to add the cost of the soda, which is $4. So just because I'm putting this in the box to save room, I'm going to take away those zeros. And I'm going to repeat that 3 times because the 3 friends bought the same 1 popcorn and the same 1 soda. Okay, now my tape diagram has $6.50 plus $4 in each box. So how could I begin to solve this? Well, I could find out the amount for one box by adding them together to get our total. So $6.50 plus $4, lining up our decimals, is $10.50. So I know this one is $10.50, and I could write that 3 times because they have the same total. Okay, I could then also see that that number represents that for one friend's snacks, it costs $10.50, right? So one friend cost $10.50, the second one was $10.50, and the third one was $10.50. So since there are 3 friends, what do we need to do to find the total? Well, we could add $10.50 3 times, or because we know multiplication makes things a lot quicker, we could multiply by 3. And I see there are 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So our ultimate total is a cost of $31.50. So that means the total amount of money spent on popcorn and soda for the 3 friends cost us $31.50. So now that we have solved it using our tape diagram, let's go ahead and look at our expressions and see if we would get the same answer if we just use the expression. So if I look at the first expression that we wrote, P plus S plus P plus S plus P plus S, I'm going to substitute everywhere I see a P for the price for the popcorn. So 6.5 and 6.5 and 6.5. And so I'm getting ready to put the variable for the soda in. So I see that the soda costs $4. So everywhere there's an S, I'm going to put a 4 below it. Okay, so now because I know with order of operations, I do what's in parentheses first. So I remember that $6.50, I just did that earlier, is $10.50 or 10.5. And so now I can add 10.5 plus 10.5 plus 10.5 or multiply it by 3, and I still get $31.50. Awesome. So we have now seen that we can go over 2 different ways of solving by using 1, our tape diagram, or 2, using our expression. And either way, we will get the exact same answer.